Are you ready to look at the current situation of your organization? Your assessment process supports you in accomplishment of organization mission and goals. But you do not know the answer to this question until you take the time to assess the existing process. Assessing your current situation is the first and most essential step in planning. Knowing where you're starting makes it easier to determine where you want to be. If you do not know where you're going, you usually arrive somewhere else. This is especially true if you have not analyzed the current situation. Hi, my name is Shamrao. I am founder and promoter of eOnlineverse, a leading global training solution organization. With over 30 years of industry experience, I had an opportunity to coach and lead several cross-functional and cross-geography leaders for companies across the globe. I have spoken in more than 500 seminars with over 2 million listeners across 25 countries. It is an immense pleasure to be with you today to share my knowledge and experience. It is difficult for people to assess and understand the culture of an organization. When people at work daily, it manifests the culture so deep it becomes almost invisible. Thus, your complete familiarity with your surroundings, the interactions of your co-workers or team members will require you to step back and view your work environment with new eyes. Before we move forward, let's recap what we have discussed in session 1 on why do we need to plan. In that session, we have discussed on importance of planning, why managers do not plan, what happens when you do not plan, what you need to get started, how to manage planning functions, what question you need to ask yourself before you start planning activities, what you will be doing better for understanding the planning process. Moving on to current session, as part of the session, I'll share my experience to guide you on how to understand the current situation of your organization. In this session, we're going to discuss on what is SWOT analysis, understanding SWOT analysis, element of SWOT analysis, what are the various other elements for understanding the current situation of your organization, what question you need to ask yourself before you start assessment, what you'll be doing better for assessment process. These sessions will include real-world example and case studies that would help you to connect, visualize, and reflect. I am sure at the end of the session you would be able to understand the SWOT analysis, what are the other various elements you need to consider for assessing the current situation, better understanding of current situation of your organization. To make your planning effective, you need to do SWOT analysis. This is the first step for understanding what is the current situation of an organization. So let's understand what SWOT means. What is SWOT analysis? The full form of SWOT is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The strengths. By identifying your strengths, you gain level of confidence which makes you feel that we are good at so many things. Strengths reflects those aspects where performance is good. For example, an organization abilities, team skills, and the business advantage you may have. If strengths are not realistically identified, the plan you formulate may not accurately reflect that potential of your organization. The weakness. Indeed, knowing the weakness is as important as knowing your strengths. It can be depressing to dwell on shortcomings, but understanding where things need improvement is important. Recognizing the weakness is the first step towards improving performance. Acknowledging limitation also prevents you from trying to achieve things that you should never have attempted in the first place. Opportunities. Having looked inward, the next step is look outward at what could affect your organization. Opportunities are those areas where there are opportunities to improve, increase financial gains, or reduction of wastage. Your opportunities could be further developed and used more profitably. Exploring new directions ensure that you're looking beyond your immediate situation and are keeping abreast of the changes and trends. Threats. The threats are those obstacles which prevents you from doing what you want to do. It is important when you're trying to understand the current situation. Things that threaten always seems worse if not confronted. Coping with the threats is a time consuming. Facing the threats decreases the fear of failure and enable you to act. Understanding SWOT analysis. The purpose of taking SWOT analysis exercise is for gaining an accurate picture of how things are performing. This analysis of what is happening will provide you with a solid basis to act upon. You need to assess the four elements. The strengths. What works well in your organization. The weaknesses. Things needs improvement. The opportunities. Area where there is a need to increase financial gains and market reach. The threats. Those obstacles which could prevent you from doing what you want to do. Elements of SWOT analysis. Let us talk about the first element, that is strength. You need to determine what the strength of your organization. You could begin by asking questions like, what customers loves about your company or products? Why company is better than other companies in your industry? What are the positive brand attributes? What is unique selling proposition? What resource do you have in comparison to your competitors? By answering this question, you will be able to identify and list your organization's strengths. We can use the same principle to determine the second element about company's weaknesses. What customer dislike about your company or products? What complaints are often received? Why customer cancel orders or they never come back? What are your most negative brand attributes? What are the biggest obstacle or challenge in your current sales funnel? What resources do your competitors have that you do not? Finding the strengths and weaknesses of your organization take less time than figuring out the opportunities and threats facing your company. This is because, as I said earlier, these are internal factors. External factors, on the other hand, may require more effort as these are often beyond immediate sphere of influence. Identifying opportunities and threats may require in-depth research about your competitors, economic trends that could have impact on your company. Having said that, it does not mean that opportunities and threats cannot be internal. However, you may discover the opportunities and the threats based solely on the strengths and weaknesses of your company. When it comes to third and fourth element, that is opportunities and threats, you could certainly begin by asking series of questions like what I said earlier. By answering these questions, you would be able to identify opportunities and threats for your organization. How can we improve our sales and customer support processes? What kind of impression our customers carry about our organization? How can we further engage our most vocal brand advocates? Are we allocating department resources effectively? Is there a budget, tools, or other resources that we are not leveraging to full capacity? Which advertising channel exceeds our expectation and why? This includes brand threats such as emerging or established competitors, broader threats such as changing regulatory environment and market condition, or even internal threats such as high staff turnover that could threaten or derail the current growth. The SWOT analysis will reveal the good, the bad, and the ugly side of your organization and business. Please remember, while you're assessing the organization, you should be impartial observer. Watch for emotions. Look at the objects and artifacts. Watch for the things that are not there. What are other various elements for understanding the current situation of your organization? There are other various elements which can help you to analyze the current situation of your organization. First, the business needs. The business needs are the problems that our organization is currently facing. For example, include customer complaints, loss of revenue, and missing new business opportunities. Second, organizational culture. The organizational culture, how it operates its business and how it maintains the relationship with the people working in the organization. Third, capabilities. The capabilities are the activities an organization performs. Fourth, technology and infrastructure. The information system used to support the business process and customers. Fifth, policies. Policies provide guidance to staff, support governance, and determine how the business runs. Sixth, business architecture. It provides a bridge between an organization business model and strategy on the one side and the business functionality of the organization on the other side. 7. Internal assets. Identify assets in the current state such as financial resources, patents, reputation, and brand names. 8. External influences. There are external influences that might present constraints, dependencies, or drivers on the current state. What questions you need to ask yourself before you start assessment? Think about your current situation and answer the following questions. Do I know the strong points of my organization? Am I aware of the weak spots of the organization? Have I considered what opportunities are available for my organization? Have I given thought to setbacks which could arise? Do I know how to cope up with the worst possible scenarios? Have a clear picture of the current situation? What you will be doing better for assessment process? You know what your organization does well. You know what you do not do well. You know the areas that need improving in the business. You work out where your opportunities lie. You envisage the threatening things that might materialize and prevent you from achieving your goals. You draw up contingency plans to meet the worst case scenarios. You have a clear and accurate picture of your current situation. Let me share a case study where a leading travel agency in Switzerland was undergoing a flux in their current business and leaders of the organization was worried what next. When the leader approached me for a solution, we did undertake a major shake-up of the organization and prepared a detailed plan for the travel agency. The first step we took is a long, hard look at the current situation of the organization to give us a clear idea of what is what. The current situation of the travel agency can be summarized as strong points. They offer wide range of services. They have highly motivated young staff at well-located premises. Weak spots. The staff is inexperienced at selling. Opportunities. Since travel destination is growing fast due to the newly high-speed train services, customized schemes can run locally. Threats. They could be overtaken by competition if they do not have a unique selling proposition. This case study shows how to understand the current situation and highlight the positive areas and indicate opportunities. At the same time, identify the areas to be improved. Before I end this session on understanding the current situation of an organization, let me summarize what I have described in this session. The information obtained by doing SWOT analysis lets you know where your strong points. It also highlights the weak spots. Identifying the current situation focuses your attention on issues which will be vital for your success. So, if analyzing your current situation indicates that there is a hole in your bucket, then fix it. On the other hand, if you are reasonably content with the status quo, you are ready to move and make plans to realize your objectives. Thanks for watching this video. Please share your comments and thoughts. I look forward to meeting you on our third session, How to Define Objectives.
If you like this video, please do not forget to press the like button, hit subscribe and notification button, and also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter to get the latest updates on our eOnline Verse channel.